So I just want to go ahead and share this with you guys before I go to sleep. So last night, right before I went to bed, I got on my phone and I went on Google. And as soon as I went on Google, this picture popped up. I'm going to see if I can put it on my screen here when I share this video. This picture popped up of this giant angel and this woman standing in front. And as soon as I saw it, it took me back to a dream that I had when I was going through a season of sickness in my first year of marriage. It just took me right back, and I remember everything immediately. So I hurried decided to take my laptop out, and I hurried took my laptop out because I was determined. I said, I'm not going to go to sleep till I go in my journal and go all the way back. I want to refresh in my memory. I want to read it. So, I opened my laptop up and I finally found it. Okay, I went back all the way. Let me, because I have it right here. Back in 2014. That's the date that I have on here. So I went back there and I started reading it. And I want to go ahead and share this with you guys because I just feel like it's going to be a blessing because it blessed someone today, that I met with. And anyway, so as I was reading it, I read the whole testimony. I'm just going to read the dream, but I read the whole season, like I typed different things that happened during that season of sickness. But I want to focus on this dream because the Lord highlighted it for a reason, because I feel like this is for somebody. So even if this only reaches one person, I know it's going to be a blessing. I don't know what you're going through, if it's a sickness, I don't know, but this is going to bless you, okay? So like I was saying, so I was crying as I'm reading my journal. It's beautiful that's the reason why it's important for us to write what God gives us, because when we go back, it touches us. So anyway, I read it and I prayed. I went to bed, right? And then I wake up in the morning because we had to get up today early in the morning to go to the Outer Banks because I go see my sister every weekend, because as you guys know, my sister is she's sick. She's doing dialysis right now because we're waiting for her to get a kidney transplant. So me and my daughter got up. We took out the dogs. This is so amazing because when I took out the dogs, okay, we have a whole bunch of trees here, but there's this tree here I had not noticed. All of the leaves are white, okay? And I stood standing in front of the tree, looking up to the tree. And I told my daughter, and I spoke to her, looking at this tree is just reminding me of what the Lord reminded me last night, what I just told you with the picture, that I saw on Google with the big giant angel and the woman standing in front. I told her, this is taking me back to my dream. So I'm sharing this because I want to show you guys how God speaks, how God confirms. So basically, the Lord allowed me to go on Google last night so that I would see that picture, so he would bring to memory back that dream that he had given me years ago, going back years, And then this morning, right before I go to the Outer Banks, he confirms again by me looking at this tree, and you're gonna understand what do I mean. The tree was all white. I don't know what's the name of those trees that they have a leaf and it all turns white. It's just beautiful. It looks like winter wonderland. Okay. So anyway, I got in the car, went to the Outer Banks. So it was just a blessed day, but we're not gonna get in details of what happened today. I want us to focus on this. So I feel in my spirit that the Lord wants me to go ahead and share this dream, because whoever hears this, they're going to relate. They're going to understand what God's trying to tell them. So in that season of sickness, there was one night that I was in severe pain. Okay. Those of you that have been watching my videos, if you guys go back, I don't remember the title of the video, but I did share a video where I mentioned a little bit of my sickness. On that video, I did not mention like all the whole season, but I mentioned a little bit on that video. I'm gonna try my best and put the title down here for you guys. So for you guys, if you guys are interested to go back and watch that video, but I did share a video. So anyway, this is the dream. So in the dream, okay, I saw very clearly, I saw that I was walking in this big highway, in this big road. And I kept on walking, and then ahead of me, I saw a little road on the right. And I knew, I don't know how, but I knew that I had to take it. So I took it. And as I took it, I started walking. And then I noticed, that everything, all the trees, I saw nature. I saw everything, but everything was white. It was full of snow. It looked like winter wonderland. It was a beautiful sight. But I remember that as I am walking and I'm looking and I'm admiring, it looked like it was cold, but it was not cold. The temperature was normal. Do you hear what I'm saying, guys? It was a normal temperature. And I am walking, and as I am walking, I see these giant footsteps ahead of me. You see what I'm saying? They were not my footsteps. They were big footsteps. And then as I am walking and I'm seeing these big footsteps, ahead I see this being, this huge, tall being. Okay, it was a man. He was a giant. But I was not afraid when I saw him. I mean, if you think about it, if you see a giant, you're gonna get afraid. I was not afraid when I saw this giant, okay? And I remember that I went like this because he was tall and I'm looking up. And then immediately the Lord zoomed in my eyes to see his eyes. And he zoomed in my eyes. I saw his eyes so clearly. They were the most beautiful blue, aqua greenish. It's like a mixture. I can't even describe the colors. That's the best way that I can describe. It was like crystal. Those. Sometimes you see those clear. Very translucent, very luminous. I'm saying the colors of the earth, but they look more alive. I can't even say the word. Brilliant, vibrant. That's what I'm trying to say. The colors, they were so vibrant. They were so alive. He had the most beautiful eyes. And then I saw 4 pupils. On each eye, 4 pupils. 4 pupils, okay? And I remember looking past his shoulders, and I saw those footsteps that I had seen ahead of me, going behind him, going all the way to the sky. And I woke up. The Lord allowed me to see that and I woke up and I felt pain again. Like when you're going, those of you who have been through a season of sickness, you understand, where you're in agony, and then the Lord knocks you out. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like, like you get beat up, but he like puts you to sleep, and he gives you these beautiful encounters. So I had encounters like that. So I woke up and I remember feeling pain. I was hurting from here all the way down to my esophagus, okay? And I just stood there and I said, I just saw the most beautiful being. And I didn't understand what I had just seen, okay? I didn't understand. And then a couple of years later, I hear this man of God, this prophet of God, he shared a dream, and it was similar to mine. It was identical to mine. It wasn't exactly the same thing, but it was the same message. And it impacted me because I always said, why did I dream that in my season of sickness? What was the Lord trying to tell me? Okay? And I did not understand it, And then when he shared his dream, I wrote it down. Let me tell you what was the interpretation of the footprints. This is what he said. He says, do not make your own footprints. Walk in my footprints. So basically the Lord was showing me, hey baby girl, you're gonna live. You're gonna survive this. You ain't gonna die, okay? But your mission is not to follow your own plan, to make your own footprints. Your mission is to follow my footprints. Because if you follow my footprints, okay, you're gonna make it to me. Because think about it, at the beginning of the dream, I was walking on this big, huge road, and then I took a little road on the right. And in that little road on the right, it took me to this beautiful place, okay, that looked like winter wonderland. All the trees and everything around me was full of snow. It was the most beautiful place. I'm telling you, I have never had a dream like this before. It felt so real that when I woke up, I thought it was real, but it wasn't. It was a dream, okay? So basically, the Lord was giving me hope right there, but I wasn't understanding. He was telling me, you're not gonna die. This sickness is not of death, okay? This sickness is to bring me glory, to bring me honor. You're gonna survive this. You're gonna live. So like my friend that I spoke with today in the Outer Banks, she said something that really, really highlighted. And I said, I gotta share this. She said, Teresa, she says, that dream, she says, God was giving you hope. God is giving us hope. She says, because I shared this with her today. And she says, that's giving me hope. She says, that's giving me a new hope. Why? Because right now, okay, my sister is really sick. Do you hear what I'm saying, guys? My sister is really sick. My sister needs a kidney. Her 2 kidneys are failing her. And right now, according to my understanding, she just got blood work done and she's on dialysis, and it doesn't look like the dialysis is working, So I just love it, how the way the Lord speaks, because, and then my friend, she has her sister that's undergoing something right now as well. So she says, Teresa, God is giving us hope today. And I told her about the tree. So going back to the tree that I saw this morning, why did the Lord show me that tree? Because he knew that I would remember the dream, because the trees, they look like that, like the tree in my yard. And this is so amazing because my friend, she sent me a text, after me and my daughter stopped by, because she did my daughter's hair and she did my hair. She sent me a text. She said, Teresa, look at this tree. She said, it's by my yard. Imagine. So she texted me a picture of the tree in her house, of the tree by her house. You hear what I'm saying, guys? Just like the one that I have here, because these trees right now is winter, so the trees are like, not all of them are like that, But now you tell me if that's not God speaking, okay? Because she's undergoing something. I'm undergoing something. So I wanted to share this to you tonight, because I don't really know what exactly the Lord's trying to tell you, okay? I don't know who this message is for, but I can tell you that the Lord is telling you, okay, that there is hope, and that hope is in Him. And we got to continue trusting Him in whatever situation we're undergoing. And I was telling my friend, I told her, isn't it amazing how Abba Father, He gives us these little bits of heaven here on earth. And He reveals to us different things, like that big man that I saw in that angel, that big man that I saw, okay, in this dream, just know that I shared with you guys. That's an angel of God that I saw, guys. An angel of God, like the Lord gave. I told my friend, the Bible does say that God created us in His image, so we look like God. I said, this was a man I saw. He was just giant. He was just big. I said, and his eyes were so amazing. He looked just like us, okay? Human. He looked human, but he was big. He was a giant, okay? And he had the most beautiful blue, like I said, aqua greenish color eyes. They were clear, just beautiful eyes, And they had 4 pupils in each eye. Now, how amazing is that? This may sound odd and weird to you, but I'm not afraid to share because I know this is from God, So I told her, isn't that amazing that God showed me an angel, before I even go to heaven? And I was telling her, I told her what heaven is going to be like. God gives us little nuggets here and there. He shows us, how His angels look, He shows us, some of us, we've had visions, we have had visions, or we have visited heaven, like I was telling her, I have seen both things, from the light and things from the darkness as well. And I told her that it's so amazing how God comes and he takes his time and he reveals to us, because he wants us to live this kind of life before we actually make it to heaven. We have to get used to living this kind of life before we make it to heaven. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? But I just had to make this video because it just left me thinking, like I could not stop thinking about it. I drove all the way from the Outer Banks to here, and I could not stop thinking about it. And I'm thinking in my head, how am I going to go about sharing this? Because I'll be very sincere with you, I still struggle in sharing the dreams and the visions that God gives me. He gives me so much. But then I said, no, I said, this got to be shared. I said, I know I may sound odd and strange. I said, because people are going to think like, she's crazy. There's no such thing as angels with 4 pupils, and blue eyes. But let me tell you something, okay? I've never been to heaven, but I'm telling you, heaven is going to be beautiful. And I truly believe that the Lord showed me, I don't know what kind of angel this was, but the Lord showed me this was an angel. Okay, this was an angel. I was standing in front of an angel, just like that picture that I told you that I saw on Google. But I just have to share with you guys to show you guys how much God cares for us. That in those times of pain and in our darkest moments, the Lord is always there with us. Okay, caressing us, speaking to us, encouraging us. So I just pray in Jesus' name that this video has encouraged you, and press through. Do not give up. You're not alone. The Lord is with you. So I just release this. En el nombre de Jesús I pray. Amen.